Hi everyone. Thank you for coming tonight. It's always a special occasion to witness the artistic fruits of hard labour at the end of the year, but especially so this year, in which our students have passed through both the social unrest in Hong Kong and the age of COVID, both of which have disrupted and challenged our lives in so many ways. One cannot but sense the impact and influence of this experience on the works in the show, even as they also explore questions of subjective perception and feeling. And it reminds us once again, as if a reminder is needed, but alas, it is needed, of the critical function of art in expressing, mediating, and making sense of our experience. You, the graduating students of the MFA in 2021, have been through a lot together, even as, paradoxically, you have been apart most of the time. And you have had to learn not in the hands-on environment of the classroom, but online at a distance. This is not something that any of us would have wished for you, but you were born it with fortitude and good grace. All you've had to go through makes you a very special class. And I want to sincerely congratulate all the final year students whose works are on display in the show, as well as your classmates in their first year of study. Our MFA program is now led by Dr. Tobias Klein, who will address you shortly, and I want to thank you, Tobias, and Fion Ung, and your hard-working team of student leaders and helpers for staging the show this year. You will see a variety of kinds of art on display. Our program is a very interdisciplinary media art program. And these works will challenge you to see and to hear, and also to see and to hear differently. But I do just want to remark on how strong the animation works are in this year's exhibition. And I want to give a special shout out to Max Hattler, whose influence is clearly manifest in some of the strongest works, as well as the students who created them. I've always enjoyed animation, but since I've been dean of the school, and alas, this will be my last MFA graduation show as dean. I know, don't weep. I've come to profoundly appreciate the expressive possibilities of animation, which does not always receive the recognition it deserves, so a special shout out to the animators. It remains for me to thank Mr. Peter Berger and the Berger Collection for their sponsorship, and I do hope you enjoy the works that are presented here tonight in the show. Thank you.
Well, thank you. First of all, I think the most important thing is to thank the students. And this year we have actually 2 MFA shows, which is maybe a first for a lot of years. One, Ferment, which you don't see on the back, is on the 9th floor, and it's a show of the first years, who this year decisively made a show on their own. And the title Ferment really distills down a work in progress, a progress of fermenting, of turning one thing to another thing. A lot of the works are rough, unfinished, creative, in progress, with a taste, maybe too bubbly, maybe a little bit too yeasty for some, but at the same time full of potential to become something great. Now, the show on the 3rd floor is very different. It's refined. It actually looks forward for a career after the School of Creative Media. Some of the works, as Richard mentioned, are extremely professional. Particular animation works are extremely strong this year, but all works together form actually a discourse together about where we have been the last 1.5, 2 years. It is as well my first year of leading the program, and I have to say, Lang Chi Wo, thank you so much for handing a program over in a fantastic state, with a great genetic of power, of vibrancy, and one that potential has as well the ability to create more discourse. On a personal level, I feel obviously humbled by the amount of work students put into the exhibition. Florence Lee, Fong Hing Nam, and I'm saying these not in order, neither alphabetically, nor gender, nor first or second years. Wang Kilo, and of course Claire Kakyu Chan, who did an amazing job in co-curating the two exhibitions, but obviously were supported by all students present and those who are still in mainland or have returned. Again, on a more personal level, I feel humbled by the Matterhorn behind me. It's not the Everest, it's actually the Matterhorn. And I'm not sure if Florence did it on purpose, but it makes me feel very happy to see the icon of German height on the print. Cut apart, maybe, and of course as well a reference to Disneyland, which is the famous way of actually creating maybe one of the trompe l'oeil that is most famous, the small Matterhorn, that at the same time appears very large. Maybe a fitting icon to start an exhibition in the School of Creative Media. Thank you everybody for coming as well. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you to the Burger Collective and to all the students and everybody who made the trip up the mountain, the little mountain in Kowloon Town. Thank you so much.